welcome to Michael Jolly's government video, a derpa 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 der, starring Jasmine Foreman, Emily Whittington, Jacob Dempsey, and then his first starring girl, introducing Michael Jolly. Der.
Oh man, what am I gonna do? My group's next, nobody's here. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
This is the end of our physics presentation.
Alright, good job guys. A+. Michael, super.
Hey there, Miss LaCroix. My group ain't here today. There's nothing I can do. I got something to say. I really need to pass. Let me dubstep this class.
Dubstep? What's that?
I'm glad you stinking ass.
As a public school student, how can I get the administration to allow us to say the Pledge of Allegiance when they refuse to allow it because of the phrase "One Nation Under God"? And does it violate the Establishment Clause to include the words "under God" in the pledge?
Well, just to be quite honest with you, I think that, of course, that is unconstitutional. If you are making, declarations or rules about establishments concerning religion, faith, freedom of religion, that's of course unconstitutional. And just to be honest with you, I consider our government to be pretty much anti-Christian. Religious diversity is anything that's not Christian. That's what I believe. Chalk that up.
As a public school teacher, how can I say the pledge when they refuse to allow the phrase "One Nation Under God"?
I can only speak about the two schools that I've taught here in Mobile. Now, we say the pledge every morning, but the thing about it is the administration is not the ones that are coming on the intercom system during school saying, "Students, please stand for the pledge." All of our Pledge of Allegiances and morning announcements are done by the high school students, their fellow classmates. So it's not an issue of the administration or the faculty and staff at our school forcing them to say "under God." It is done by their fellow classmates. Therefore, they do have their First Amendment right to not say "under God" during the pledge, and they also have the right to say it "under God." But it's not an administration forcing it down the students. It's all student led, which is how they get away with it, and how it works in both schools that I've taught at, and many schools in Mobile. It's done student led instead of faculty led.
Okay. And does it violate the Establishment Clause to include the words "under God" in the pledge?
I don't know. My opinion is definitely going to be different from everybody else's, only because I don't have a problem saying "under God." I am aware that there are probably students in every high school or every public school that may have a problem saying "under God," but that doesn't necessarily. They have the choice not to say it. I don't know if it violates it. I hate the fact that the needs of the few have gotten to the point where they outweigh the needs of the many.
Very good.
Morning, honey. What's for breakfast this morning?
Mama John's Pizza Bagels. 8 cheesy pizzas on a thin, flaky crust. Now, pizza's for breakfast.
Pizza's not for breakfast! Ah!
Papa John's Pizza Bagels. Now, pizza's for breakfast.
Okay, so, what do you think about the government saying that y'all can't say under God when y'all say y'all pledges?
Really, I don't care. Because if you believe in God, ain't no use in not saying it. If it weren't for God, you probably don't even be here.
True. Alright. Thank you, brethren. That was a dope answer. You an asshole, son.
Questions about government? Alright. Hope you don't mind. Put my arm around you. So, as a public school student, how can we get the government to allow us to say the phrase under God in the Pledge of Allegiance? What was that? Yeah, that would work. And also, how do you think that violates the Establishment Clause? Yeah? Alrighty. Thank you for your time.
In your opinion, as a public school student, how do you think that we will be able to get the administration to allow us to say one nation under God in the pledge?
Just got to stand together with it, I guess. You know, I mean, one kid can stop the Pledge of Allegiance. A bunch of groups should be able to put it back together, I guess. Just unity, I guess. That's, you know, usually the way things work. Unity takes it away. Unity can put it back.
Thank you.
Dad? Is it time for the interview? Yeah. Oh. We'll do that now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Some music there. Yeah. We be jamming. Okay. Let me, sorry. Alrighty. So, basically the question is, do you think that in public schools they should be allowed to say the Pledge of Allegiance with the phrase under God in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely. The way that, well, first of all, statistics show constantly that between 95 and 97, even 98% of all Americans believe in God. It doesn't, the pledge doesn't say which God. It could be, a God of a different religion, and people have all sorts of different ideas of who God is and what our responsibilities to Him. But from the very beginning of our country, the idea that we are a nation founded under God's protection and God's leadership is a part of our history, and it should not violate anybody's conscience to have that as part of the pledge.
Okay, and how would taking this out of the Pledge of Allegiance, how would that violate the Establishment Clause?
The way that our Constitution was set up, the people that the people that came across from England and other places in Europe and formed the United States of America came from countries where the government had established one church, one religion to be the official state church. In England, the Church of England, the Anglican Church, is the official state church. Your taxes go to support the church. And they realized that wasn't working well, that people needed to be able to choose freely what religion they wanted to have and what church they wanted to worship in, and the government should not establish or pick one as the official state church. So when the First Amendment was written, it was to give people freedom of religion. The government will not establish one church, one religion to be the official state church. It gives freedom of religion, but unfortunately there have been some people in the last 20 years, a very small but determined group of people that have turned that around and said, instead of the government giving us freedom of religion, the government is supposed to give us freedom from religion. And that's not what the framers of the Constitution intended. We are one nation under God. If you choose not to believe in that God, that's your freedom too. But we don't need to gut, the pledge and the Constitution and what it said. It does not establish one religion, unless you want to argue that atheism is a religion, which it's not. So it does not violate the Establishment Clause. The clause was there to just so that the government couldn't pick one church over the other. It was not to knock all the churches out and remove our government completely from what it was started out to be, which was a nation under God.
All right. Well, thank you, and we continue listening to music.
Back to my music. Okay. Thank you.
All right.